Hello everybody, Treno here, and today we're continuing our look at the Armour Breaking Ambusher Battle Pass. And today we're looking at the Air Prize, which is the B7A2 Home Air 23, which is basically the B7A2 but with a new engine. And this is the free prize, so this is level 51, you don't have to buy the Battle Pass. And the Camouflage, which is also free, is at level 54. So there is the unpainted camouflage when it loads in. There we go. Now, like I say, there isn't really much different between this and the regular B7A2. It carries the same armament, it has the same bomb load. So you've got your 10 60kg bombs, 2 250 and 460, 1 800kg bomb, or 1 Type 91 torpedo. And you've got your 2 20mm cannons, 1 on each wing. And you've got your 13mm machine gun in the back here. So you've got 2 crewmen, pilot, and your gunner. And it has got self-sealing fuel tanks, which obviously helps with safety. But like I said, the engine is completely new. So this is the Home Air 23. And you can see it's got a max power of 1765 horsepower. Now if we compare that to the B7A2, you can see that only has a max power of 1545 horsepower. So about 220 horsepower extra on the B7A2 Home Air 23. But the other thing to bear in mind about the Home Air 23 is that despite it being fully spaded when you buy it or unlock it and use it in the game, in the actual hangar all of the modifications are uninstalled. So this is basically showing the Home Air 23 as a stock aircraft. So the engine will be even more powerful once the upgrades are installed. And you can also see that it's slowed down less by the armament that it's carrying. So we've at the moment got the 10 60kg bombs, and that slows us down by 10.3 miles per hour. Go to the B7A2, and that is slowed down by 13 miles per hour, while carrying the same bomb load. And that has a top speed of 368 miles per hour while fully spaded, or about 358 miles per hour while, carrying the bomb load. The Home Air 23 by comparison is 378 miles per hour. So a faster top speed, but even with the bomb load, it's about the same speed as the B7A2. And although it will come fully spaded, it doesn't actually have those modifications installed. So this is the stock version, and it's already about 10-12 miles per hour better than the B7A2. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem to come with any other camouflages other than the unpainted one. So we're going to quickly just take it for a test drive. And we're going to take the 60kg bombs. Paradoxically, it's actually less speed loss if you have the 800kg bomb installed, because of course that is in an internal bomb bay. So you lose 10.3 miles per hour with the 60kg bombs. But if I take the big bomb, it's only slowed down by 0.9 miles per hour. And slowed down by 10.3 with the mixed bomb load, and 25.5 with the torpedo. And of course this is going to be the reference model, so this will be fully spaded when we take off. So we're taking off from a carrier, which makes sense. The B7A2 was a carrier aircraft, although by the time it was introduced into service there wasn't particularly any carriers to lift off from. And of course the prototype was a one-off vehicle. I'm not entirely sure if it ever did lift off from a carrier. We're just going to quickly do a quick test on the rate of climb, cruising speed. And we're going to get rid of the outer bombs, because... or should I keep them? Because of course, as we saw from the bomb load, how much it slows you down for stats card, it did show that the 60kg bombs slowed us down more than the internal 800kg bombs. So I suspect it's mainly the external bombs that are doing the slowing down. I'll keep them for the minute, just because of course if you're going out on a bombing mission you would have the full bomb load presumably. But again, this will come fully spaded, so I suspect most people are just going to take out the 800kg bomb or the torpedo. I'll keep them attached for the minute. We'll skip ahead to about 2,000 metres or so, and then just test out the cruising speed. So we're just getting over the island, and we're more or less at 2,000 metres. That is where the carrier air group is. I'm just going to level it out and test out the cruising speed. And again, this is with the bombs attached, which I suspect most people are not going to have, because they'll probably have the biggest bomb. I'm going to get rid of the outer bombs now. just to get what the cruising speed of this is with an internal bomb load. Again, remember the 800 kilogram one was only slowed us down by something like 0.9 miles per hour. Of course, these are going to weigh less than that, so this is going to slow us down a little bit less, but I suspect we're going to get roughly what the cruising speed would be with a bomb load of sorts. So we're just going to leave that running. Right, so we're a fair distance away from the island, and we seem to be levelling out at about 310 miles per hour, and we did gain a bit of height. That's just an accident, to be honest. But yeah, so about 310 miles per hour seems to be the levelling off point for the cruise speed. So you might get a little bit higher, a little bit lower, depending on your height and bomb load. But yeah, that's a very good cruising speed. And remember, this is a very low tier bomber. It's a 3.7, which I believe is the same as the regular B7A2. So yeah, I'd consider this a fairly speedy bomber, especially considering some of the bomb loads you can carry. We're just going to quickly just go back and drop some bombs. I'm not expecting to get particularly many kills. See what the max speed you can get out of this is without the air brakes before it starts tearing itself apart. Right, so we're going to go for the cargo ships below. We're just going to open the bomb bay. I'm not necessarily expecting to hit the targets because I'm just wanting to see what the maximum speed is. Getting ready to deploy the air brakes if we need them. So we can go faster than 400, 420. Oh, there we go. It was around the 420, 430 mark. Drop our bombs. Tracked air brakes. And direct hit. Which is good enough. And just quickly show off the cannons. I mean, if you already played this vehicle, you already know what they're like. Just wait for the G-forces to wear off. And there we go. There's a howitzer at the end there. I think I've just got universal belts on. And, of course, here is the 13mm cannon. Not the biggest in the world, but, you know, it'll hold off enemies who get too close to you and maybe get a little too cocky. So, yeah, that is the B7A2. I'm going to go back to the hangar. So that is the B7A2 Home Air 23. And, yeah, this is a very good free prize for the Battle Pass. This will be the one that most people are going to be getting by default because, of course, it is the free prize. And, yeah, I think it's a pretty good free prize. I know there's some complaints that, obviously, it's not, you know, massively groundbreaking. I think this is just a bit of a problem with Battle Pass prizes in general. If you make it too good, you get the call to make it a regular premium or regular vehicle. Make it too underwhelming, then, of course, nobody will go for it. So I think this is a mostly good compromise, but again, I can understand why people aren't massively enthralled by it, but I think it's a very good free price for the Battle Pass. Anyway, just a quick video for today. Hopefully you'll join me for more videos in the future. I've been Tyranno, and I'll see you next time.